Good morning, good morning, good morning, game changers, and welcome to Coffee in the Morning, where I share my morning thoughts and ideas with you. So grab your favorite beverage and sip with me. Don't worry, I'll wait. Now, today I would like to talk about planning and critical thinking. But before I do that, I would like to thank each and everyone who watched my last video. I truly appreciate it. And if you don't mind, hit the subscribe button and the bell right next to it so that you will be notified each time I upload a new video. And then you will become part of the Game Changers. Yay! Okay, with all that out the way, my name is S.I. and this channel is S.I. 101 Baby. As of today, this day, each and every one of you are the boss, the CEO of your life as of this day, because you are in control of every outcome. Now, yes, there are situations or circumstances that come up in each of our lives that we are not in control of. But in each and every situation and circumstance that arises in our life, we are in control of our outcome. Because our life is what we make it. Now, there are scenarios, I think I just want to give, I don't know, I'm debating between one or two scenarios today. I'm trying to see what I want to do. Okay, I might give two scenarios, maybe one. Think of it this way. Our lives are truly businesses. Think of it as a business. Your home life, maybe you're married, maybe you're a mother, maybe you're a single mother, maybe you're a father, maybe you're a single dad, maybe you're just in a relationship. Think of it as a business venture. You have to have finances. You have to have the building to house the company. You have to be able to take care of the business. You have to have managers. You have to have supervisors. You have to have the cleanup crew. So just think of it as you're building a business. You're creating a business with your household, with your lifestyle. You have to have those things for your business to operate successfully. You have to have a CEO. You have to have the manager. You have to have the supervisors, the assistants. You have to have all of those things, as I previously stated. And without those, even transportation, you have to have transportation too. And this is where planning and critical thinking comes into play. I just got through eating breakfast, so I want to get my little coffee in before my stomach register that I'm full. Now, critical thinking, well, let's just work with planning first. Planning, you have to, like the author said, write the vision and make it plain. So you have to do that. That's where agenda planners come in. Calendars, journals, vision boards, whatever you choose to write your vision on. Write it down. Make it plain. Write out how your day or your life, your goals, whatever it is that you need to write down, write it down. I start off my day, say tonight, I will sit down and write down the events and things that I want to do for tomorrow. This is what I'm going to do at this time. This is what I'm going to do at this time. This is what I'm going to do at this time. Now, this story I'm going to tell you right now is about the video I did not post yesterday. And this is just an example of why I say planning and preparation is everything. Yesterday, well, the night before, we had a house guest. And they wound up spending the night in the spare room. That morning, I woke up and realized they were still in there. I'm like, oh. So I went and got back in the bed as to not disturb them until they were ready to get up. So once I did get up, now it's time to do breakfast. It's time for my husband to take his medication. It's time for me to take my medication. It's time to start doing those other things. Whereas during that space and time in the morning that I have set to get ready and prepare for the day, I skipped that part of my day. So I was unable and unsuccessful at putting out a video because I wasn't able to get up and get dressed, comb my hair, wash my face, take a shower, everything, do all the stuff that I need to do because, like I said, we had a house guest and they didn't leave until mid-afternoon. So that threw my whole day off. Now, see, what that taught me was, even with house guests, I'm going to have to figure out how to work this thing in. So I'm glad it happened because it taught me that I can't let anything stand in the way of my vision and my goal. But like I said, those little things do pop up. Situations and circumstances do pop up. Now, back to the regular schedule program. I want to talk to you about critical thinking. And this scenario I'm going to give you literally changed my life. Now, this happened when my baby was 4 years old. She grown and gone today. She out there doing her thing, raising her family. But she was 4 years old. 3 going on 4. Or maybe she had just turned 4. Either way, she was little. And the older kids must have been at school because I don't recall them being there. But she was sitting in the floor playing with her little toys, and she had a few toys in the floor. And I was sitting on the couch watching TV. And she had that little telephone. You know those little telephones that had the red eyeballs in it, and when you pull the string, the eyeballs go up and down? I know I'm not the only one had that toy for my children. And it make the little noise as you pull it, and the eyeballs, you know. Y'all know the one I'm talking about, right? Okay, she's sitting there, she's sitting on that phone. And what this baby said changed my life. Now the Bible does declare, for out of the mouths of babes, God has ordained strength. And I'm telling you, strength came. She was sitting on that phone. And she picked it up. She said, hello. I'm looking at her. Girl, I ain't doing nothing. Girl, I'm waiting on them to send me my check. That's all I can remember of her little conversation. That's all I can remember. Because I know at that time in my life, I was on welfare, utilizing the food stamp services and the cash assistance that the state gives. I was utilizing those services. And it just broke me down that this is what my baby sees. And it was at that moment a light came on, and I'm like, you know what? I don't want my children growing up thinking that this is all there is. They need to know that it is more to life than sitting around waiting on somebody to send you a check. What? I'm telling you, anybody that know me, anybody and everybody that knows me, they may not know why I changed, but they know when I changed. I can tell you my exact age, because I have not been the same since. Now, my birthday was that July. That September, I had a contractual job paying me almost $20,000 a year. Now, that may be low to some people, but for me, coming from where I was coming from, baby, I was balling. When I say balling, I was balling, okay? Now, I got that job. I worked that job for that company up until 2011. That was 14 years. Then I left that job and went on to another job where I only worked 6 years. Then after that, I started my own company. But what that child said to me, she didn't even say it to me. I don't know who she was talking to. I don't know who she was talking to. But I heard it, and it changed my life. I immediately thought, oh my God, Lord, I don't want my children to grow up thinking that they have to sit here and wait on somebody to send them a check. They need to know that they need to get out there and work for what they want. And it was at that, and I'm telling you now, when I say it changed my life, it changed every aspect of my life. Okay, I got the job. I'm working the job. I moved into a home that I saw them build from the ground up. My own home. Built from the ground up. Okay. It just changed everything. Because I now needed God's guidance to help me to maintain what it was He had given me through the strength out of that babe's mouth. So once I got the job and things were going good, we got the house, we still had the job, we had the cars, we had the bank. We was doing it, we really were. But things still were not quite right. See, critical thinking is critical thinking. Now I have to keep growing in that same vein, because I now have to maintain the things that I was given. How? am I going to maintain and keep it at this level and grow? And what is going to happen at the next level? And, you know, and if you don't have a good support system and you only going off of the things that you know, some things is going to fall off. Some things is going to slip and fall and break. It's just going to do that. You know. Now, like I said, I started from the welfare system. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Now, that's not to say that's a bad thing or you should not do it. Of course not. I'm not saying that. That's like going to the doctor. You got a broken leg. He ain't going to put no cast on. No, he's going to put a cast on it and he's going to give you a crutch. And you use the crutch until the leg heals. Once the leg heals, you don't need the crutch no more. See, that's all I'm saying. You don't need that crutch no more. But once that crutch is gone, they take that cast off your leg a little weak. You see what I'm saying? So once they remove what I knew, and I'm in this new arena where I'm having to pay all my bills along with my husband at the time, buy the food, you know, doctor's bills and, you know, everything like that. Now, I'm in a whole new arena. But from my upbringing, I was only taught to depend on those crutches. So me standing by myself, I'm wobbly. Oh no. I can't do this. I can't. But I could do it, and I did do it. And still doing it. But like I said, as we grew in that thing, and things got to changing, and certain things, relationships went to changing, the people we around went to changing, you know, people who were once supportive or once my friend began to not come around anymore. I'm like, looking back at them, like, what did I do? I'm still the same person. I still consider myself your friend. But I guess I want to say it like this. You know, as you grow, you kind of outgrow people and things. Well, it got to the point where I began to even look into my life and start to think about, is this conducive to my life? You know, this relationship or this idea or whatever the situation was, I had to critically think about these things. And I realized that other things had to go too, because it was for my betterment. It was to make me better. And yes, it caused a lot of pain and heartache. And it was hard because anytime something breaks, it causes pain. And it may cause bloodshed. Thank God we didn't get no bloodshed. But we got a lot of broken bones. It caused a lot of pain, I'm saying. But over time, the wounds did heal. And like I told y'all in the previous video, we're really good friends now. Really good friends. But like I said, you ever heard somebody say, I ain't hurting nobody but myself? I have to. Because I've said it myself. I've said it myself. But now, as I've grown in this thing and understood more, I understand that what I should have been saying and what people who say that still to this day should be saying is, I ain't thinking about nobody but myself. And that's the problem. You only thinking about yourself. You're not thinking about nobody else. Because if you were, you wouldn't let that come out your mouth. I ain't hurting nobody but myself. But what if you got a husband or a wife or a significant other? What if you have children? What about your parents? You know, what about your grandparents? What about your friends? So you are affecting somebody else's life with the things that you are doing that caused you to say, I ain't hurting nobody but myself. No, you ain't thinking about nobody but yourself. You need to start thinking of everything as a business or corporation. And it has to be fine-tuned. You have to plan it out. You have to write it out. You have to schedule it in. You know, in order for things to be successful, there has to be structure. And everything has a structure. Everything has order. Everything has order. Where there's no order, there's chaos. Just look around you. Where there's no order, there's chaos. It's evident all day, every day. I see it, so I know you see it. But like I said, we need to do some critical thinking. Realize that changes do need to be made. They do need to be made. And we can make them. We can make them together. You and I. Now, what I want you to do this for me. Think of places in your life where you see you need structure. Where you see you need a little bit of order. Don't make it no big thing. Just a small thing. Plan on what time you're going to clean up the kitchen. Plan on what time you're going to make breakfast, unless your kids go to school and get breakfast from school. Plan on what time you're going to cook dinner. And have everything prepared so that you can do it at that specific time. Every day. Every day. Then plan in how you're going to make it a part of your everyday life. Do that for me. Make that change. Because I'm doing it every day. And I'm asking you to do the same. Why? Because we are game changers. And we about to change the game, baby. We about to change the game. You better know it. We about to change the game. We about to change the game. Whew. Oh, that's good. Well, in closing, guys, it's what you do every day that creates your success or your failure. So I'm believing in you to create your best life ever. You hear me? Now, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. But if you really didn't like it and you really didn't like what you heard, then go hit it with a thumbs down. I'm going to love you anyway. It ain't nothing you can do about that. Nothing. I'm believing that all things are possible and nothing is impossible because I'm possible. I love you all. Mwah.